This is Newcap News with Nicole Stilger.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. 2 Onion Lake schools were placed on lockdown today after reports of an armed man in the community. According to Saskatchewan RCMP, one suspect was arrested at a home without incident and there was no immediate danger to the schools. Both lockdowns were strictly precautionary. The lockdowns were lifted later in the afternoon and there is no word if charges will be laid. Well, here at home, excitement surrounding Rogers hometown hockey is starting to brew. Gina Martin has the details on the local benefits an event of this size will bring to Lloydminster.
Soon the corner of 50th Avenue and 50th Street in Lloydminster's downtown core will be transformed into everything hockey. On Thursday, the setup of Rogers hometown hockey will begin, with festivities starting Friday evening.
We've got a tailgate party to kick things off, 6 o'clock at the Civic Center. 7 o'clock we're going to see the RCMP duke it out with the fire department and see who the best hockey team is in town.
After the Battle of the Badges, the rest of the weekend will consist of free events, a hockey game with Toronto Maple Leafs alumni, and even some check presentations. Local businesses are looking forward to the exposure an event like this brings.
It's huge for our downtown. They chose downtown in particular, and we are very about revitalizing downtown and bringing people down here to see all the unique stores.
We're hoping it's going to bring lots of people to the downtown. Hopefully it'll bring a lot of newer people down that don't normally spend time downtown so that they can see what we actually have to offer downtown here.
And locals are excited for the event too.
I think it's really cool. I think it's really great for the city, and something like this happening doesn't happen very often. So I think it's going to be a great weekend.
It's going to be a great time, and everybody's going to have lots of fun. And yeah, like she said, it doesn't happen very often.
And for Lloydminster's mayor, it's good to see the border city back on the map.
It's huge. We're back on the national scene, and people from across Canada will be seeing us. We've all got family and friends from around the countryside, so hopefully there'll be some cheers and whoops for Lloydminster.
The weekend will end with gifts presented to Tara Sloan and Ron McLean. What they will be is being kept under wraps for now.
Let's just say that they're all handmade and they will be about Lloydminster and the communities.
Gina Martin, Newcap News.
Just how healthy is your soil? That's the question that producers at one of the breakout sessions at this year's AgriVisions had to tackle. Gerard Lampow meets an agronomist who is raising some red flags when it comes to soil health.
If the microbia is destroyed, the microorganisms are not going to be able to decompose all the material in there.
Dr. Jamili Zavala is a lifelong agronomist and champion for soil health. She raises awareness with producers about the different components of healthy soils, the physical, biological, and chemical. Getting the right balance is crucial on the farm as it affects crop yields. But her travels across Alberta have revealed that all is not well with the soil.
Pretty much most of the soil has problem with aggregation destruction, they has problem with compaction, they has problem with sealing the soil. So it's widespread. We have really good soils in the province that you can see the aggregation.
Soil aggregation or buildup of unwanted materials in the soil over time affects crop yield. At the top of the soil, she also finds sill.
And then because it's completely sealed, the soil doesn't work properly and the water cycle doesn't work properly. So that's the reason you have too much water running off.
Dr. Zavala says it's difficult to put a dollar value on the cost to producers.
The bottom line is that the farmer has more potential to produce more yield if they try to fix a little bit the soil.
Committee member Kelly Sidoric sees the importance of this work.
She's exploring strategies that we can improve the health of the soil and qualities, and she's based with the Chinook Applied Research Association, and they're about to have a field lab, testing lab set up there, which is really beneficial for us in the prairies.
Sidoric says that these tests are still only done in the States or other countries. The new lab will be in OEN and should be up and running in the fall. Dr. Zavala says producers need to look more at the chemical as well as biological and physical makeup of their soils and use more rotations to diversify and restock the microbial life of the soil.
If they put pulses in there, the pulses is free nitrogen.
Gerard Lampau, Newcap News.
As technology becomes more prevalent in our society, a Guinness World Record holder from Calgary is trying to get kids away from their devices and land them into healthy alternative activities. Rob McLeod holds several records for distance Frisbee throwing and was in the border city today speaking to students. Chantel Germo reports.
Traveling all across Canada, Frisbee Rob has been working on a program in hopes of making a difference in young kids' lives through school presentations of kindness, determination, and acceptance. Incorporating his own talents, he introduces his challenge called Get Unplugged.
And so I think it's up to me and up to other people to try and teach kids the best way to use technology. And they're just young people. If we just let them run rampant and use whatever they want, it's not going to be good, especially seeing the amount of time they're spending on it. So I think that's really important to be out there and trying to get that message across.
Students are challenged to step away from their devices for a day and practice or focus on another activity to develop self-discipline. And when asked, a couple students had more than enough ideas up their sleeves.
Playing with my sister. Swimming.
So reading a book, right? It's really important for kids to just pick that book up. That's how you develop vocabulary, is by reading the book, reading it out loud, writing. So it doesn't have to be sports. Sports is my background. But it could be playing piano, it could be singing, it could be just any other number of things that they do.
For the students that complete the challenge, Frisbee Rob chooses one lucky winner for a prize of a Frisbee.
One of the cool things about Lloydminster that not a lot of people know about is there's a disc golf course at Bud Miller Park. And a buddy of mine told me in the wintertime the snow gets a little deep, but in the summertime all you need is a disc and you can go play for free. So I encourage people to go check out that course.
Chantel Germo, Newcap News.
Well, after both trying it separately, two designers from Cold Lake are working together this year to create a collection for Western Canada Fashion Week. Angie Mellon has more on how these two women stitched together their unique look.
The sewing machines are working overtime, putting together the pieces of a collaborative collection by a jewelry designer and a clothing designer.
I'm creating the jewelry. She's creating all the clothing. But what's so special about our collaboration is the jewelry is part of the dress or the suit or the cocktail dress.
It's a full collaboration between the two of us because our pieces are attached. They can't be separated. One doesn't work without the other.
Each designer is successful in their own rights, with Nadine's jewelry making it to the red carpet at a pre-Grammy event, and Cassandra having won the Emerging Designer competition at Western Canada Fashion Week. But after both presented last year separately, they decided to combine their talents.
We are from the same town, and I said, why don't we collaborate and create something unique, amazing that nobody ever did before? And that's what we're doing. That's what we're creating.
Before they present in Edmonton, they will be doing a sneak peek in Cold Lake, where they are giving local models a chance to walk the runway.
It was really important to us, coming from a small town, that we give some other girls from this small town an opportunity to do runway.
The models for this show range from ages 14 to 43 in sizes 2 to 14.
Because our collection is for people, ladies, that are any size, any color, any age. So it fits, it's for everybody.
We're making dresses for any woman, any size. It's not just a sample size 6.
One or two of these models will then join them in Edmonton for Western Canada Fashion Week.
We are working together to help art and culture in the area, to bring people and say, you know what, in little town like here, we can do big things. Just need to get together, work hard, and it's possible.
We try to support everyone in the community in their events as well. We try to get out there, get our names out there, saying like we support arts and culture in the Lakeland, and we want to help other people as well.
The pair's designs will hit the stage in Edmonton on March 28th. Angie Mellon, Newcap News.
Well, Daria is a 7-month-old domestic short-haired cat up for adoption, and Shadow, a 6-year-old dog looking for his forever home in this week's pet project. Here's John from the SPCA with the details.
With the recent return of the cold winter weather, the idea of staying indoors and cuddling up to a lovable feline sounds ideal, and there's no better cat for that than Daria. Daria is a 7-month-old domestic short-haired cat who just can't get enough of people. The first thing she wants to do when she meets a new person is rub against your leg to let you know that she's there. Once you sit down, she'll jump on your lap, nudging under your chin, encouraging you to give her tons of pets and cuddles. and you'll know just how much she appreciates it by her loud and content purr. While Daria loves attention, she's also still a kitten at heart and enjoys running, playing, and exploring almost as much as she loves pets. If you are looking for the perfect feline to beat the winter blues, then Daria may just be what you need. Be sure to stop by the SPCA and meet this lovely girl today. Don't let his age or size fool you. At 6 years old, Shadow is as energetic as a dog half of his age and has a huge personality well beyond his size. When Shadow first arrived at the SPCA, he was very nervous and unsure of his surroundings. However, once he got to know everyone and realized that there was no reason to be frightened, his personality really started to shine. One of Shadow's favorite games is fetch. Once you start to play, he simply doesn't want to stop, and he even returns it right away so the fun can continue. He also absolutely adores squeaky toys. The bigger the toy, the better. He'll run around the office with it in his mouth, shaking and squeaking it. And when he's tired out, he'll cuddle up next to it in his dog bed and take a well-deserved nap. Although Shadow has come a long way, he can still be nervous when meeting new people and isn't too fond of young children. Therefore, he needs to go to a home with older children. Shadow is guaranteed to give that lucky family years of enjoyment. So stop by the SPCA and meet this wonderful fellow today.
This is Newcap Sports.
Well, today's the day the Lakeland College women's volleyball team leaves for Victoria, BC. One of two teams representing the ACAC at Volleyball Nationals, hosted by Camosun College, and Lance Phillips caught up with the team on the last day of practice.
Watching Monday's practice, you'd never know this group of talented women are off to represent the city of Lloydminster in the CCAA National Volleyball Championship. Mood at the gym was upbeat but focused. Yet internally, this group is eager to get the tournament started.
I'm very excited. Yeah, these practices are just getting me really excited to play games again too. It's been 2 weeks, so yeah, I'm really excited.
So excited, especially for a first year. Just like winning provincials was one thing, and now getting to go to BC for nationals, so cool.
We're ready. Team's super excited. They were excited right from when we won. Obviously, they were pretty tired out last week, and so we got through our training, and now we're had a day off, or about 2 days off, Friday to Sunday's practice. So, and then last night and today we're doing some game planning practice stuff and just getting ready for our first round matchup against Mount St. Vincent.
Grand Prairie is the other ACAC team making the trip, and the only squad Lakeland has game experience against. So preparing for teams the Rustlers haven't played presents unique challenges.
Some of the things that are prominent from the other team, we try to mimic that stuff in practice to give an idea of what it's going to feel like when we play them. But you know, at the end of the day, it's the same both ways. They've never played us, and we've never played them. So it's just going to be who's the best that night, who's most consistent that night.
We do watch lots of video and do like attack angles, stuff like that. But yeah, you can't really do much except like watch video and then just expect it to happen, I guess, when we see them.
The women arrive in Victoria Tuesday night, and the schedule is tight, not leaving the team much time to sightsee.
Wednesday we get an hour of training in the competition facilities, so we have that, and then the banquet's Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning we'll train again, and then our first match is Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. So we'll see if we have a little bit of time on our hands. If we do, you know, we can definitely go see a couple attractions in Victoria and kind of get the tourist thing out of the way right when we get there, so that way the focus from then on will just strictly be on volleyball.
And this is important. Keeping this young team focused will give it a good chance of winning not only this year, but next as well. Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Lloydminster.
Here is Newcap weather.
Wind chills in the -29, -30 range this morning, and the wind also made it very difficult to shovel on there. So might need some good community spirit this evening with the fancy snow blowers. Looks like the cold air is sticking with us as the next system pushes across the region. It might skate the Midwest here, just a 30% chance as it passes on by there. But certainly we're not out of the course here as yet in terms of if you're traveling to Edmonton, Red Deer, Calgary tomorrow. Looks it's coming across the QE2. This model is stopping at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So it looks like it's just off Vermilion, Wainwright areas. So we'll give ourselves maybe a 30% chance yet that we'll see what is available. But some models for Edmonton are putting it at about 8 centimeters, 6 to 8 maybe in Red Deer, 3 to 4 if you're heading down to Calgary. So pay attention to road conditions
tomorrow yet. Across the country, showers in Vancouver. Special weather statement looks like more snow, a rain-snow mix continuing for southern BC. Mainly clear evening on the way in Edmonton for -13. -12, blowing snow yet in Regina, and some of it still in Saskatoon in this hour. Snow showers in Winnipeg for their -11. And you see the change in the color of the map here. Cool Arctic here, -24 in Yellowknife. All of this descending onto the prairies yet as we go into tomorrow. +9 in Toronto. I think we trade that. Overcast conditions. -1 in Quebec and some freezing rain going on there. -1 with snow showers in Halifax, and a mainly clear evening in St. John's for -6 and a -28 out there in Iqaluit. So let's come on back to the Battlefords. Mainly clear evening on the way in Saskatchewan to -12 at the moment. Still feels like -24. -23 on the overnights. Could still have a -30-ish, maybe -33 feel on there. And then as the day goes forward, some of the cloud cover pushing in from west to east. -13 at best as the daytime high. The wind still northwest, northeast, anywhere from 10 to 15 kilometers per hour. So better than what we saw today. Some of the wind gusts in some parts of Saskatchewan getting up to the 70 or 80 kilometer per hour range there. -13 in Cold Lake at the moment, -25 overnight. We'll still have a -30 feel on there. Should be mainly clear, just an ebb and flow of cloud cover overnight, and then looking for -15 tomorrow, but increasing cloud cover as this next system pushes across from the southwest and heading basically in an easterly trek. But it looks like the colder air will win out the battle on this yet again. We'll welcome that. We still got snow from the previous day to deal with yet. -15 at the moment. We did get to -13.1 just at around 4 o'clock this afternoon, looking for -24 overnight. So mainly clear for the better part of it. Some cloud cover occasionally so mainly clear to partially cloudy at times. Looking for -16 tomorrow, and we leave that 30% chance. The model we just saw stopped off at around 6 o'clock. Yeah, the clocks are going forward Saturday into Sunday, so we'll welcome that too. The temperatures are not improving for the next little while. At best, maybe a -8 next week, Tuesday. And especially with those wind headings, a lot of them in an easterly flow. Looks like we're stuck with this cold air yet. That's our 7-day forecast. Nicole, we've got agriculture news coming up.